In today's video, I want to go over an absolutely epic Japanese RPG that we knew about that was coming to the PlayStation 4, however, it wasn't confirmed until now that it was actually coming stateside, and of course, that is Granblue Fantasy, and both Granblue Fantasy Relink as well as the fighting game in Granblue Fantasy Versus will be coming stateside, and they are actually gonna have simultaneous releases worldwide, so that is some awesome news. I'll be looking at that. Also, I've got some DLC news for you guys. Darksiders 3 had a new DLC released in the Crucible, and then Dead Cells is getting a free DLC release in the Astrolab biome. They released a trailer for that, so I do want to take a look at that. Also, we have the announcement of a first-person sci-fi mystery game, Interpoint, that's coming to the PS4, so I'll be giving that a mention. Kingdom Hearts VR Experience may finally be releasing this week, and the Hitman 2 demo is available right now, and you can check that out absolutely free, so more on that at the end of this video. First up, yes, both Granblue Fantasy and Granblue Fantasy Versus are coming to the PlayStation 4 stateside. To Infinite spoke to the game's director Tetsuya Fukuhara at Granblue Fest 2018 in December, and he confirmed the news to them. Both games are slated to come out in 2019. More information about the release dates were also revealed. Granblue Fantasy Relink possibly releasing in 2018 was previously the internal goal. If you guys remember when we talked about this game, initially 2018 was the window that they gave us for a Japanese release of the game. However, the rendering of the 3D models from the series' 2D origins for the world's backgrounds are taking longer than expected, and currently there is no official release date, but they are sticking with a 2019 window. Granblue Fantasy is a franchise that's been around quite a while, but if you're more familiar with Western games and Western releases, it's not a franchise that has garnered much attention over here because we haven't gotten games over here. Granblue Fantasy Relink, however, is a higher budget game. It's a PlayStation 4 design game, and initially Platinum Games were working alongside Psy Games to bring the game out. Platinum Games has since been removed from the project, and Psy Games are finishing it up. Hopefully Psy Games can still deliver on their own, and of course the fighting game in Granblue Fantasy Versus is looking very good as well. Both of those games are scheduled for a 2019 release. I'm a little bit skeptical on both of them coming before the year's out, but I'm specifically hoping that the Jrpg makes it out in 2019 would add to an already stacked lineup of PS4 games coming this year. Moving on from that, I want to give you guys some details on games. First up, Darksiders 3 DLC has been detailed and it's now available. The Crucible. The Crucible is available for $6.99, and I do want to go over the post that THQ Nordic put out. Only the strongest warriors throughout the history have gained access to the Crucible. To prove you are worthy, capture the first of the deadly sins once and for all. Do that and Vulgrim will show you the way. The more sins you defeat, the further into the Crucible you may pass. Once you have entered the Crucible, enemies will come at you in 25 waves. If you survive a set of 5, you are given a choice. Take your reward and leave, or proceed and risk losing everything. Endure all 100 waves in one go and you will face the final challenge. Key features include, in this mighty morsel of digital wonderment, competitors can expect to receive a truly earth-shattering experience, the Crucible, a legendary challenge whispered with reverence across the universe. Not even the creator could have envisioned such glorious spectacle as that which is found in this fabled area. 101 waves of grueling combat fit only for the toughest and most steadfast of warriors. New armor sets to dawn as proof of your superiority. New enchantments never seen until now. Rare crafting materials to improve your weapons and enchantments, all provided by the generous, steady hand of the Crucible's overseer. Darksiders 3's The Crucible DLC is available right now. Again, it's available for $6.99, and we recently got news that Darksiders 3, even though it seemingly isn't doing all too well commercially, THQ Nordic has actually broken even with the game, and now anything that they sell on the game is pure profit, so that is great news, and hopefully that means at some point we'll see a Darksiders 4. Also, Dead Cells was one of the standout games of 2018, and now we have some free DLC detail for that game. And we've gotten a sneak peek at the upcoming free DLC in the Astrolab biome. Red Bull Gaming released a video, the story behind Dead Cells Motion Twin, and if you go to the 8-minute and 50-second mark, you'll see a little bit of a sneak peek of this new DLC. It is free DLC, and more content to Dead Cells is great. I do believe they said they have no intention in making a full-on sequel, and that was a little bit of a bummer to me because Dead Cells was an awesome game. However, it was a game that was very lengthy as well, and if they continue updating the game and releasing more content, hey, I'll be happy with that. If you somehow have yet to play Dead Cells, you're doing yourself a grave disservice. It's a great game, and yes, guess while it's still going for a relatively high price, even on sale it's going for like $20. It's a game that's absolutely worth that investment, and again, another game with some longevity to it as well. So great to hear that it is going to be getting some DLC, and it's going to be free DLC as well in Astrolab biome. Moving on from that, Interpoint just got announced, and this is a game that's not getting a lot of attention. However, it is a pretty interesting title. Interpoint is a first-person sci-fi mystery with elements of psychological horror. A secret organization made the discovery of parallel worlds. You are Harry G, a scientist who took part in a project that was supposed to benefit all of humanity. You are welcome to Delta Labs. In early 2020, the Delta Laboratories Research Corporation created the quantum entanglement device, which allows opening portals to countless parallel universes, but all other worlds discovered were either an almost exact copy of ours or completely surreal worlds with unknown creatures. You're a scientist who took part in creating a project that was supposed to benefit all of humanity, but something went wrong. One day you find yourself stuck far away from home. The game touts the photon gun being a key element of gameplay, underground science complex, and a journey through parallel worlds. Explorers search for answers and solve puzzles and many solutions, interact with objects, find secret passages, use all of the features of the photon gun, and it does tout a twisted story with several levels of depth, conspiracy, and various endings. Interpoint doesn't have an exact release date yet, but it is said to come sometime in the spring. Moving on from that, remember we talked about the Kingdom Hearts VR experience? It got delayed a couple of times. Originally, it was supposed to release before the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. It was nowhere to be found, but it looks like the Kingdom Hearts VR experience may finally be releasing this week. The EU PS blog said that the Kingdom Hearts VR experience is finally unlocking this Thursday, February 28, 2019 for free. The US PlayStation blog doesn't have any such confirmation, so we're actually not sure if it's coming to the US as well, but any release that comes in Europe usually comes to North America as well, so you would imagine that it would. If you guys are unaware of what the Kingdom Hearts VR experience is, it's a 10-minute immersive deep dive that calls back to memorable events in Kingdom Hearts history prior to Kingdom Hearts 3. It's also accompanied by Yoko Shimomura's sweeping scores from the series, so you can also enjoy some great music in VR. It's a free offering. I wanted to check this out before the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. Unfortunately, it never came, but hopefully this week we'll finally be able to check out the free Kingdom Hearts VR experience. Lastly, I do want to let you guys know that you can try Hitman 2 for free right now with the Hitman 2 Starter Pack. The Hitman 2 Starter Pack is your free entry into the world of assassination and includes access to Nightcall, the opening campaign mission in Hitman 2. You'll get full access to the Hawks Bay challenges and unlocks including hidden stashes, new starting locations, and weapons, which will all change the way you can approach the mission. The Hitman 2 free starter pack is available to download right now, and Hitman 2 is a game that seemingly didn't do all too well from a commercial standpoint either. Unfortunately, when Hitman was released in 2016, that game was pretty good, but it had an episodic release pattern that turned off a lot of gamers, and even though Hitman 2 was released in one go, I think the 2016 title did some damage to the franchise, and people just didn't want to check out Hitman 2, especially considering it was released around the same time as a bunch of other big titles, and Hitman 2 was one game that a lot of gamers just ended up foregoing on, especially, again, a fall 2018 release, so many other big games around that time, so that was a little bit unfortunate. But if you have any interest in the game, you can check out the free starter pack, and that'll grant you access into the opening campaign mission of the game. A pretty good game as well, and I would give it a recommendation. It's available pretty cheap now as well, given it's a recent release. You can easily find it for around $30. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, great news for JRPG fans as Granblue Fantasy Relink looks to be coming stateside alongside its Japanese release, and it looks to have a worldwide simultaneous release. Very rare that we see a new JRPG get that, but in the case of Granblue Fantasy Relink, it looks like that'll be happening, and we'll be getting Granblue Fantasy Versus, so that's some awesome news. Darksiders 3 has its DLC out in the Crucible. Check that out. It's available for $6.99. Dead Cells will be getting some free DLC in the Astrolab biome, so that's some awesome news. Interpoint is coming to the PlayStation 4. Looks to be a pretty cool psychological horror game. That'll be coming spring 2019. Is Kingdom Hearts VR experience releasing this week? The PlayStation blog over in Europe is suggesting so, and Hitman 2 has got a free starter pack available right now. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.